Hello, happy Christmas. I've got a beer mail. I got a complete surprise beer mail from Graham Hughes a few days ago. And he sent me 3 beers. Unsolicited. I'm really bad at sending beers out. I need to get into the habit of sending more beers out so I can receive more beers back. I think that's the way it works, isn't it? If you want someone to you want beer mail from people, you need to send it out basically. So, and as you know by now, I love drinking other people's beer. I love seeing what other people are doing. I love to see how other people are brewing all this. Really I find it fascinating. So he sent me 3 beers anyway. The first is this, which is the Last Elizabethan Bitter, a wet hop bitter made with Fuggles hop grown in my own garden and brewed just before the Queen's death, which was August, September, something like that, wasn't it? I'm not really sure. Carbonation may be a little low, so best not serve too cold. Okay, well, it's not been in the fridge anyway, so we're not drinking that one tonight because that one can keep, I think. Next one is Show Me the Swing, a hazy pale ale with Amarillo and Sultana hops. Never heard of Sultana hops, no. Well, I probably have, but I've definitely never used them. This is the second iteration of this beer. The first one being all Sultana. Very piney and maybe too much for some taste buds. Don't you worry, you're in the right place there, Graham. Love my pine, love my dank, love my cannabis. I don't smoke anymore. Used to love. Yeah, okay, let's not go there, but remind me the next time I do like a drunken live video, like the F at Friday ones, remind me to tell you the story of why I quit smoking cannabis. There's a funny story related to it. The last one then, Citra Saison, which I think of the 3. Let's see, what does it say? Brewed by the Numbers recipe from Ewan Ferguson's craft brew book. So I've not actually got that book. So we have to go Show Me the Swing, right? It's a hazy pale. Don't have a glass. Of course I don't have a glass. I do have a glass. I've got a glass sitting down here. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, definitely. Bit of camera trickery there. Okay, Show Me the Swing. Hazy pale, 5.3%, bottled 4th of November, brewed 2nd of October. So it's in the bottle quite a while. So if the very piney hops may have died off a little bit, let's say I love the pine. Yep. Amarillo and Sultana. On the bottle, definitely got a little bit of the Amarillo. It's definitely hazy. I think it is off the keg, I'm pretty sure. Although with a hazy beer you never know, because you always get that kind of stuff because of all the you know what, whatever that word is, muck, all the muck. Are we on about the cannabis again? Let's not talk about the cannabis, let's talk about the beer. Okay, definitely hazy, definitely pale. Yes. Good bit of carbonation on it. Now that is it's got a lot of scratches in the bottom of the glass there, so that's probably why, but wow, that is looking good. Head is, you'd swear that was like a bottle condition beer. It doesn't actually say it, but I'm sure, yeah, I know that Graham bottles off the keg. Okay, so it's a lively one. It's turning into a bit of an ice cream head on top. Yes. Even that smells. You know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of Chinook. It has that kind of the grapefruit pine kind of thing that you get off Chinook. It's not like the grapefruit you get from Citra or bloody Simcoe or Cascade or anything like that. It's got its own little unique flavour or aroma Flavour and aroma. That's what that's like, Chinook. Okay. I mean, this does actually remind me quite a lot of Chinook, so I'm not sure what Sultana hops are. I need to check them out. But I'm very underprepared for this, obviously. I didn't even have a glass. I mean, that's how prepared I am for doing this. What can I tell you? I've just got the kids to bed. It's near 10 o'clock at night. Okay. So it's got that definite piney, grapefruity type of thing about it. A little bit of that Amarillo kind of candy, sweet candy aroma, I think is what's on that. So maybe it's a mix of those that's making me think of the Chinook. Look at that. We've got an erection here. Hold on. What I need is a knife to. Let's do that. Let's do that. That looks more a bit better now. Okay, I'm going in. Cheers, Graham. Thank you very much. Again, thank you very much for sending this to me, especially at Christmas. It's, you know, thank you. Light body, well carbonated. There's a bit of a harshness to it, which is maybe what Graham was talking about when it says it's very piney. It tastes like Chinook. It bloody tastes like Chinook. It tastes like really like a Frank's Homebrew 77. Used to make like a Chinook IPA. Like it was. I got like loads of Chinook and I give him a load of it. And yeah, so he used to make this like Chinook IPA, and it was the only hop in it was Chinook. And that's exactly what that tastes like. Amazingly. Getting that orangey flavour in there as well. Quite dry as well. I mean, it's just it's sucking the moisture out of my mouth. There is definitely a little bit of harshness or something to it. Which is maybe another reason why it reminds me of that IPA. And you get left at the back end, after it goes down, it's dry, but it's also that kind of bitter. It's kind of bitter finish, but it's not really bitter. It's just leaving your mouth. It's almost like it's like rye or something like that. You know, that type of thing. But it's not bitterness. It's like this kind of spicy flavour almost. But it is just sucking the moisture. I like that. That's right up my street. I do like those hops. I love hops. I'll be honest. Spoiler alert here. I love hops. Love me some hops. This beer suits me because it's light. It's well carbonated. I don't carbonate my beers so much these days, but that takes me back to the way I used to do it. I was just like, oh yes. It's dry, a dry finish as well. And it's got that kind of pine flavour to it. Piney orange. Not so much of the grapefruit, I don't think, on the flavour. Well, there is a bit of the grapefruit on the flavour, definitely. But because the orange and the pine are just so kind of pronounced, it's maybe not as much as was on the aroma. I mean, it's well conditioned, so I'm wondering what it was like when it was fresh, because it must have just tasted like an IPA, like a West Coast IPA or something like that. Thank you very much, Graham. I'll see you in about 30 seconds. It's really about 5 seconds. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll not fucking do it again because it's about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm not even got a watch on either. Idiot. I'm an idiot. Look, we've got another beer mill from Graham. Citrus Saison this one is, which is 4.9%. Brewed 10th of September, bottled 29th of October. Oh, that's a long time. Really? Is that right? That's a long time in the fermenter. Is that right? Is that supposed to be brewed in the 10th of October? Or is it just like, I don't know. I've never actually brewed a Saison before, so I don't really know. Maybe it's supposed to sit out there that long. I don't know. Who knows? Whoa, look at that. That's looking pretty good. Yes, please. Okay. So far, so good. So there wasn't much of a description on the note. It was just literally, this is from Ewan Ferguson's craft beer brick, which I don't have. So, looks good. Very light, straw coloured. Its clarity's pretty good. Not completely clear, but I mean that's pretty good. Pretty impressive. Plenty of carbonation. It's a Saison, so fair enough. Nice head. Lovely bit of white. Lovely bit of white. Sexy bit of lacing on that. Woohoo! Look at that. Whoa. Get it up inside you. Up and round you. Okay. Okay, let's give it a whiff. It smells funky. It smells a little bit funky. It's not the full kind of manure smell that you get sometimes with Saisons. But it is definitely a bit of funk in there of some description. Saisons tend to be bone dry as well too, so I'm not really sure what this finished out as, so I don't really have any more information on it. So that's what I'm expecting, basically. So there's not too much of a, as I say, the manure type of smell on it, so I'm expecting it to be a little bit more restrained on the flavour as well, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Yes. It's very restrained, in fact. It's quite dry. You can taste those hops in there as well too. Citra Saison. Definitely getting a little bit of the grapefruit. I'm looking for like lemon, that type of thing. It's hard to tell that kind of flavour of the yeast. I think it is in there, but that's really, because it's so dry, it's really drinkable. Like really drinkable. 4.7, 4.9. It's really dry. It's like there's this bit on the end, and it's a bit like bitterness, but I think it's just dryness. But I'm going back all the time, which is a good thing. Little bit of the hop flavour, little bit of the Saison flavour. Maybe this is supposed to be like that. Anytime it says on, I always immediately think we're something really intense. That's quite restrained. I need to have a look at the Ewan Ferguson book to see what he says about it. But I mean, that's the type of Saison. I've never brewed a Saison. I've had plenty of them in my day, but I've never brewed one. But if I was to brew one, you know what, it would be like that. Because I just want something super easy to drink, which is exactly what that is. It's almost like it's really kind of refreshing. Just a kind of, because it's so drinkable. Feels very light, like really light. A little bit of flavour, and then that dryness on the end. I like that. I do like that. Was it ever in doubt? I always like everything that people send me because I just love beer. Love tasting different styles. Okay, I'm back from a holiday. My winter holiday. And we're going to do the third beer from Graham. So, it's a good job I took the other 2 beers on holiday with me. Wink wink, he says. Last Elizabethan Bitter. ESB 4.9%. Bottled the 4th of November and brewed the 2nd of September. So, it says here, a wet hop bitter made with Fuggles hops grown in my own garden and brewed just before Queen Elizabeth's death, which was, I still don't know, September. It was near the start of term. I think it was the 2nd week. My kids went back, so Thursday, 5th maybe. Yeah. Anyway, it was the first week back. Yeah, the 5th, something like that. Carbonation may be a little low, so best not serve too cold. Well, I mean it's not that cold. It's like over 8 degrees in here, which is why I'm not in a coat. So let's go. So wet hop Fuggles. Homegrown Fuggles, so I really have no idea what to expect. This could be marvellous, it could be horrible. I'm sure Graham wouldn't send it out if it was horrible. Okay. There's a note of something, but what that something is, I don't know. Let's get it in. I always tell my wife about the day I met the Queen. Didn't really meet the Queen. I did see her though. She was coming down. Used to live in Belfast, and her and Prince Philip were coming down in the back of the Land Rover. That green one that used to drive around, and the seats were raised in the back so we could see in. I waved at her. I could actually didn't wave at me. Didn't wave back. Never forgive her. But yeah, I told my wife about that, and she never believed me, and then it was on the news that night that she was in town, so there you are. Anyway, never mind all that. Never mind all that. That is a long time ago. I mean, first things first, in terms of carbonation, what did Graham say? It's a little on the low side. Carbonation may be a little low. There's definitely nothing low about that. That is going insane. This is going absolutely insane. Okay. See, I got one of these glasses, and now I'm thinking I probably should have just went with the Guinness glass. It's kind of the normal bitter glass, but okay. Let us do our Euro trick. Just imagine you're in a bar in Amsterdam, straight over the top. It's quite a sweet smell of it. It's not that earthy Fuggles thing going on. It's actually quite sweet. It smells a bit more like, I don't know what malts are in this, but it smells like there's a little bit of, I don't know, amber or something in that maybe. But something, you know, quite intense and sweet. Okay. Going in, there's definitely nothing wrong with that carbonation. I mean, it looks like a bitter, doesn't it? There's a reasonable bit of clarity on it, but it's not completely clear. Okay, let's go. Cheers, Graham. Thank you very much again. My phone. Quite a little bit of bitterness on that. I mean, it's not intense or anything like that, but it is noticeable. So, I mean, obviously with wet hops, when you grow your own hops, you've no idea what the the acids are. But you would think then that, I don't know, the wet hops, I'm not really an expert, so I mean, would you get more bitterness from dry hops or wet hops? I would imagine it would be dry. I have no idea why, but there is a real spiciness to it. So Fuggles is that really earthy kind of flavour, but this is really nice and spicy, and there's a little bit of like a floral type of taste as well in there. So I mean, this is almost like, it's like Fuggles. I don't know. Is this what Fuggles taste like? Is this what Fuggles really taste like? Because it's not the Fuggles I've been brewing with. Tastes different. I suppose it would taste different if it's wet hopped as well. I'm not sure what the soil's like down in Brighton, but the only thing I know is they've got a pebbly beach. They don't have a proper beach. That's how shit Brighton is. They don't have a proper beach.
That's how shit Brighton is. They don't have a proper beach.
I'm sorry, Graham. I'm sorry, Graham. I can't believe I actually said that. That taste is really... It's quite pleasant. It's quite a surprise. Wasn't expecting it to be. It's a lot more bright than I imagined it would be, if that makes sense. If something can taste bright. But no, if bright being the opposite of like dank, I suppose, which I would kind of put Fuggles into. So maybe it's just my expectations have taken the knock, which is the biggest surprise. Sweet malt in there. There's a little bit of a bitter finish, but the more you drink of it, the more it's just basically disappeared. And there's that it's a bit of a floral taste, little bit of herby something or other in there. And maybe that's what the spicy note is. A kind of herby kind of flavour, but wow, that's really good. I mean, for homegrown hops as well too. I definitely need to sort out my hop growing. I've been really disappointed with all the beers I made with my homegrown hops. And to be fair, if you think the soil's bad in Brighton, Jesus, you want to see the soil up here? My God, it's on fire, covered in petrol probably. Jeez, I wish my beers would turn out like that. With my own hops. I might see if I can get some English hops. The only ones I have are like Hallertau and Saz. So we may try and get some type of English hops. See if it makes a difference. And start growing them. Because the things grow anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether I make a beer or not. They come back every year, so why not? Let's see what that's like. So now that the freezer's just kicked in, I think that's a good time to go. So Graham, thank you very much for sending me beers. Again, beer meal at Christmas, it's excellent. What can you say? Surprise beer meal at Christmas is even more excellent. So